Welcome to the Mandala Homes factory tour, just outside of Ubud on the island of Bali, country of Indonesia. Today I want to show you 5 big projects we're working on to show you what we build here. I want you to introduce you to our staff and professional staff and carpenters who are actually doing the building. I want to show you how the materials and the wood is processed and delivered. And I want to give you some details of construction so you can see how we build our incredible structures. This is December of 2023. This is the first project I'd like to show you. This is the first of 5 projects I would like to show you. It's a 2-story, 12-sided house. Downstairs is going to be a workout studio for the husband, and upstairs will be a yoga studio for the wife. Notice the floor joists in a spoke-like wagon wheel pattern all coming to the center, energetically focusing the energy to the center. You notice we add some steel to this to give some steel trussing that'll be hidden underneath the downstairs ceiling so you won't see it, giving it more strength. Today they're working on laying the plywood part of the floor. The roof was created separately on the ground. Here's how the roof looked before it was disassembled. This house features extensions for a closet and a bathroom and an outside staircase for getting between floors rather than using the inside. Majestic. Second project to show you is the kitchen living room structure of the 5,000 square foot Kula estate. On this house, the framing is up. The floor joists are down, and we're ready to put on the floor border and then the plywood down for the floor. Hard to give you the scale of this standing from the outside, but it's going to be incredible with an incredible kitchen inside of it. The third project is the study and master bedroom for the Kula estate. This is a side that's going to have the ocean view. It's going to have a panoramic door inside, and it's got a high-fired ceramic tile roof that'll go on the roof up here, with battens and counter battens already laid down. This is where the panoramic doors, all glass folding doors, are going to go. Let's go inside and take a look. You see the mango wood floor laid in a concentric pattern. The headboard for the master bedroom. And then when you look up, you're going to see this magnificent ceiling. Notice how the beams splay out in a circular pattern, which is a Balinese signature. An incredible trussing system with central carvings in the center. Imagine yourself laying in that bed and looking up at that ceiling. Looking back outside through the eventual all-glass folding doors in the front. It'll fully open. A glass wall above it. Take a look at the trussing system that supports the ceiling and makes it incredibly strong. This is a Balinese signature. Let's take a look at the study room. There's this hallway that's going to lead to the kitchen and living room space that you see out the door. This is a doorway into the study. It has a flat ceiling, almost flat ceiling with skylights that'll be installed above. This has a wooden sliding glass door and also sliding glass doors looking out into the living room. Let's take a look at the walk-in closet, every woman's dream closet. It features 2 sides, the wife's side on the left, with cabinets for storage, hanging places for hanging your clothes, and more shelves a workstation in the center. In the middle is a glass-doored washer and dryer room, so you can keep the washer and dryer noise silent. And on the right side is the man's closet, the husband's closet, with lots of storage and places to hang your clothes. Now that is a dream closet. On the back side of the bedboard is going to be a little station, the powder room. There's also in this room a kitchenette. It'll have a granite countertop and a sink, teak faces to the cabinet, space for a refrigerator. And this is the master bathroom. It'll have his and her vessel sinks on top of the cabinet with teak faces. And when you look up, it's got this magnificent false ceiling with beams that splay out to make it look like a Balinese ceiling. It'll have indirect lighting in it and really be incredible. This will have sliding glass doors going out to the eventual garden area. And this is the shower room for the bathroom. It'll have this incredible onyx wall here, which I'll show you after this. And all the floors are going to feature carpet stone, natural river stones laid in a mosaic pattern. That'll be custom fit with inlays for the room. This is the toilet closet for the master bathroom. Coming back out again, the kitchenette. And a final look at this room. This is the deck made of beautiful coconut wood beams. When it's got a finish on it, it really looks stunningly beautiful. Let's take you over to the next project, which is the Flower of Life Dome House, 1,000 square foot structure, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, kitchen, living room. And the center room features a 20-foot expanse, concentric pattern floor with inlay in the center. When you look up, it's already been disassembled, but there's a Flower of Life dome goes here, and here's how it looked before it was disassembled for shipping. Each beam is curbed, steamed, laminated, and laid in the pattern of the Flower of Life, I believe to be the world's first Flower of Life dome house. Let's take a look at this bathroom. It features also an onyx wall with different colored LED lights behind it. You can choose red, green, blue, white, as you like. It lights up the clear part of the onyx from behind and makes this stunning wall. Looks even more beautiful when you're standing in the middle of it. This will feature, in this spot, a heart-shaped terrazzo bathtub. Here's what the bathtub looks like to be installed. Outside the window, we're going to see the central petal of the Flower of Life dome house I'm going to show you next, the 30-foot diameter one, and that's the skylights in the center of the next Flower of Life dome house, the light in the center. Each room features a 3D carving on the door, incredible Balinese craftsmanship of 3-dimensional carving. It's a pocket door that slides back into the bedroom, which has already been walls disassembled, getting ready for shipping. This is the Sumkai plywood veneer walls. When they have a finish on it, it'll have that natural radiance of a plywood wall. This is the walk-in closet, again with a 3D carving, opening up into a walk-in closet with shelves, places to hang your clothes, workstation to work at. Work of art. Over here is the space for the kitchen. It's already been disassembled, but here's what the kitchen looked like before disassembly. Full cabinets, granite countertops, workstation, island, beautiful teak kitchen. So let's go back outside and go to the fifth project I want to show you, which is the 30-foot diameter Flower of Life dome house. Our second Flower of Life dome house we made. Looking across here is our offices for the architects, engineers, and others. We're just about to start 2 tiny homes on wheels, which will be made in this area back here in the factory. These are some of the panels as they're disassembled, getting ready for finishing work and then packing, preparing for shipping. This is high-fired ceramic tiles for the roof of the Kula estate, getting ready for packing and shipping. And I told you before I'd show you this beautiful onyx wall that will be lit from the backside in the bathroom of the Kula estate. One giant sheet of onyx, like an earth museum. This is some of the plantation-grown teak that we use, being stored, preparation for other use. This is our big Flower of Life dome house. The walls have been disassembled to make the roof and the floor. The floors have been laid and are getting ready for sanding and finishing. The roof was made on the ground beforehand, but this is how the roof looked. The Flower of Life dome roof with curved, steamed, laminated beams laid in the pattern of the sacred geometry of the Flower of Life. I believe that's unique in the world. Inside, again, there's extensions going out for a bathroom, front entry deck, storage room. There's 3 sections of this 12-sided house that's going to be for the kitchen in this area over here as an extension. And this is the deck, 3 sections for the deck with coconut wood flooring. It's going to feature carvings that are going to be painted gold. When it's done, it'll look something like this, with a gold painting on the Balinese carving pieces. Let's go into our production office and meet our lead architect and engineer. Hello, guys.
Hello.
This is Wayan Sawarta. He is our lead architect. Can you please tell us a little bit about what you do here?
Hello, my name is Wayan Swarta. I am a graduate degree at Unayana University, Bali. Here I am as the architect who provide all the drawing needed. First, I make the soft drawing that contain design idea based from the customer sketch, and Mr. Bruce as the concept store idea, and me as the drawing maker. And the second, after the design is ready, I make a passcode drawing that needed when we send the building or house outside Indonesia, especially when we send the house to US. And for the second job, I make a photo progress every day that send every week, once a week to the customer. So the customer know the progress of the building that we made here. Finally, I make a 3D AutoCAD drawing, assemble drawing that needed when they start make the building over there. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kadek. I am civil and structural engineering in here. I am graduated degree in Udayana University. In here, I make the engineering report for passcode drawing in America, and also I make the price estimate for all project. In engineering report, I calculate the mainframe strength like the pole, girder, joist, header, and also the truss. And then I will input the all categories load like a dead load, live load, and wind load. After that, I will check the internal forces like the moment force and the shear force, also the axial force. After that, I will input the internal forces to the calculation to get the result that should be has met the standard. The standard we use here we call ESCE, and then we can take the conclude the design of the building that we already make as strong enough. Also in here I make the price estimate. In the price estimate I calculate for the materials, labors, and also the overhead. And then I will make the summarize to get the total price estimate. Thank you.
And my name is Bruce Douglas. I was born the son of a biomedical engineer, inventor, designer who holds 8 patents. So designing, inventing was second nature to me. My undergraduate was in electrical engineering and my postgraduate in pre-medicine and medicine. I then spent 5 years in India, Nepal, and Tibet studying Eastern philosophy and Tibetan Buddhism and being in service there. Then settled in the island of Maui. And 20 years ago, I started this project. At first, I thought I was going to have other shops make my designs, but that was a disaster because I couldn't control quality and I couldn't come up with new designs. So I magically was able to assemble this incredible factory with these incredible architects, engineers, and carpenters. And we are now producing what I believe to be the world's finest Balinese prefabricated houses ever to come out of Bali. So let's go meet the rest of the staff. Let's check out the administrative office here at Mandala. The office of our general manager, Komang Wayu.
Introduce, my name is Komang Wahyu. I am 50 years old. I have studied at Udayana University, architect, and I am general manager here. My job to make decision and coordinate with all staff, my staff here in Mandala Eco Home. Make a schedule for timely progress. Also link with consultant, tax consultant, and government for legality. Recording the company finance and make customer happy with order complete on time. Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Nyoman Subawa. I work here in Mandala, Bali as a logistic head. My job is supply all of the needed for the carpenter, especially for tool, wood, plywood, and other material that needed to the projects. And then I also work sometime to calculate for worker wages for every week, how much they add for the wages. And also I have to do my part, go sometime to the field and get coordinate with a head of carpenter to do and say what should apply on the projects. And sometime also I should maintain the tool that we have here, so all our work well and we can do our job with a good and make customer happy with our quality. That's all from me. See you.
Halo, nama saya Nyoman Gama. Saya berasal dari Bangli, Bali. Saya bekerja di sini sudah 20 tahun sebagai kepala tukang.
Hello, my name is Nyoman Gama. I am from Bangli Village, Bali, Indonesia. I've been working here for 20 years as the head carpenter or lead carpenter.
Sebagai kepala tukang, saya di sini membagi pekerjaan untuk 30 orang tukang.
As the head carpenter, I'm here manage about 30 people of worker.
Divisi konstruksi, processing, divisi finishing, dan tukang ukir.
There are many divisions such as division of construction, division of processing, division of finishing, and division of carping. Thank you.
Terima kasih. Suksemo.
Let's check out our mechanical engineering department at Mandala, also known as Budiarta's Man Cave.
Hi. My name is Budiarta, Ikomang Budiarta. I am a manufacturer mechanical engineer, graduate from Udayana University. My responsibility that define my role here at Mandala. I maintain the quality control for wood material to meet our production standard, make the wood treatment, and overseeing for the kiln dry. Installing for electricity in a building also under my watch. After the building finish, I also responsible to make a packing codes when we send it to the countries where our client coming from. If there are any special design from the customer, I also accommodate that design to meet the requirement client need. If there are any also metal material involved, I also do with that. I believe that all my responsible here at Mandala. Thank you.
Thank you, Budiarta. So this is a good place to transition into our wood treatment system. The first step is our high-pressure borate treatment tank and vacuum kiln system. We built it here in Indonesia. It's 30 feet long, made out of ship steel, capable of 10 atmospheres of pressure, which is 250 pounds per square inch. First, the materials are loaded into the front of the treatment tank, and then the doors are closed and the 57 bolts are locked down in order to hold the 10 atmospheres of pressure inside. This is the control center, and the first stage is the vacuum system. We pull a vacuum on the wood in order to pull all the air out of the wood. We get the air out, and that way the material can come in. And then the vacuum draws the 10% borate solution from our tanks into the main pressure tank. Then we have this pump right here that pumps the remainder of the fluid in and completely fills the tank with 10% solution. Then we start our pressure treatment system. For that, we have this German-made Grundfos pressure pump that's capable of creating 10 atmospheres of pressure inside. We build up the pressure for several hours, then we release. We build up the pressure again, release. We do several cycles of that until we get the prescribed amount of borate solution into the wood. We have a makeup tank out here where we know how much material is going into the tank, how many liters go in. We know how many cubic meters of wood there is, and by that we're able to calculate the right concentration. After the treatment is complete, we then pump the borate solution back out. It goes through this filter system over here that filters out all the starches and other contaminants. And then when the tank is empty, we go back and we draw a vacuum on it for a whole day, which acts as a vacuum kiln system in order to pull the moisture back out of the wood, which is our first step of the kiln dry system. So this renders the material not only termite resistant, but also mold, mildew, and dry rot resistance. Then the wood goes to stage 2, which is our kiln system. Let's go take a look at that. Let's examine one of our 20-foot containers where we do the kiln drying wood. The wood is carefully stacked inside, and the ends are sealed with glue so the ends don't dry quicker than the centers, causing cracking. Careful stacking is maintained to have proper airspace in between. A dehumidifier is run in order to keep the moisture out of the container while we apply heat. We monitor the heat with a thermostat in order to carefully monitor the temperature within. Let's take a look at the heating element. This is a simple system where we use the waste wood to heat the air and then circulate the air through the kiln. This is our wood processing room and our wood processing workers. Hello, guys. Wood from the factory comes raw. We first have to cut it into the proper size planks. Then this is a machine that makes the wood square, because it's not always square from the plantations. This is a planer machine that makes all the sides flat and perfect looking. This is our molder machine that puts profiles and curlicues and stuff on it. And we have a sanding machine that smooths all the pieces. So wood dust doesn't come perfect. We actually have to do all this milling, planing, sanding to get the wood ready to go. This is the final step of processing before it goes across to the other side and starts its processing for making into a house. Some of the woods we use are pine wood for the floor joists, and this is gamalina wood that's been kiln dried and processed. We seal the ends so that the drying process doesn't crack the wood. We use this for the windows and doors because it has a high dimensional stability and a beautiful blonde color to it. It's also called white teak sometimes. This building is currently being used to store our plywood. Now, what's unique is this is marine grade plywood. It's waterproof, but it's the only plywood I can find in Indonesia that is truly 100% formaldehyde free. And not only is it formaldehyde free, it's made from hardwoods instead of softwood, so it's incredibly strong plies. And it's also already had termite treatment when it gets here. So it's 3 times the price of normal plywood over here in Indonesia, but it's well worth the money to have formaldehyde-free marine-grade hardwood plywood. And every factory has a storage room for tools and paints and stains and equipment and sanders and all the things it takes to build a house. The first step of house construction is, of course, the framing. We use an 8-inch diameter coconut pillar that goes all the way from the ground through the floor and the ceiling. Starts with a pillar, extra long, cut off so we can trim it on site to the exact height it needs to be. We then put these double girders with through bolts in between them to make it especially strong. And then on top of the girders are the actual floor joists. The floor joists get interlocked in between so they actually become one continuous piece of wood all the way from one side to the other. The top of the pillars, the headers notch through the wood using interlocking mortise and tendon joints. Incredibly strong system of interlocking corners on a square structure. We have a multi-sided structure, like this 12-sided. Then we add some steel in the corners in order to tie the beams together to make one continuous ring beam around the top, again with upper and lower headers on each. The foundation blocks for Mandala Homes are these beautiful lotus petals that are carved while the cement is still wet. We use a lava sand cement so it's dark in color. This has a square top for square pillars. We have round ones for round pillars. They're built in on either side with a hurricane strap that goes into the foundation, and a hurricane strap going up that is then screwed into the pillar, so it's held down for hurricanes. These are smaller ones for square pillars. These are bigger ones for round pillars that are already packaged and ready to be shipped. Our floors are laid in paneled sections that snap together. As you can see here, this piece of pie is one whole section. So there's 12 sections plus a middle piece to make this floor. First we lay down a big sheet of plywood to cover all the struts, and then we put a second layer of plywood on top of that that's cut the same shape as the floor, and then the floors are glued and nailed, tongue nailed, into the top plywood. And then after assembly, the floor is then screwed from the underside to hold it down tight wherever it goes for assembly. The floors are sanded and have 2 coat of finish put on them here in Indonesia. After assembly, you'll fill the cracks, do a final little sanding, put the top coats on the floor after assembly. This way you get a 3/4 inch solid wood floor made of mango wood on top of 2 half-inch sheets of plywood, literally 1 3/4 inches of solid wood making the floor. For walls, the Mandala standard has been sunkai veneer, which is a special veneer we can add a whitewash to, because when you put the finish on, it darkens the wood. The whitewash lightens the wood, and then when we put the finish on, it's the same color as before, so you end up with a light color wood with natural wood walls. Here's what it looks like after finishing. The walls in this house are made of gypsum because the customer is choosing to paint them instead of having natural wood. Another feature is we decide where the electrical plugs go and the switches. We put switch boxes in the wall, and then we run the chases hidden up the pillars, all the way in this case up to the valance up above, where we're going to have indirect lighting for the ceiling along the valance, and the wiring can go around the valance that features in the ceiling. Wires also go down from the box hidden in to go underneath the house to connect. We also plan where the plugs go around the house to pass building code standards and put all the plug outlets in the appropriate location. Sliding glass doors hang from the top instead of being suspended on the bottom like American style. This is a European style. And we use German-made Hoffele brand sliders with sealed roller bearings that operate very smoothly. That way at the bottom we don't have any sort of ridge. It can be completely flat coming in with no bumps to trip over as in American doors. One of the features of the Balinese window is the top that has curves to it to give it a feminine touch to it rather than square. Even the frame around the window has a curlicue in the corner, so it softens the edges of the windows and gives it a beautiful feminine appeal. This is a double sliding glass window. Both sides open up to give a full optical view. Even the screens have the curlicue in the top, and we make it so even the screens open up so that you have a full view out the window if so desired without the screens. The mechanism in the top is a German-made Hoffele sliders. They hang from the top rather than the bottom, so the bottom of the window is free-flowing and without any catches to catch water. Our sliding glass doors have the same effect of the softening of the corners of the profile on both sides to give the sliding glass door the soft feminine effect. The same effect is on the screen outside. On houses with air conditioning, we can use the double thermal pane glass, 2 layers of tempered glass, sealed by the vacuum in between, and we add weather stripping on all the edges so it makes a tight seal when it closes. Pocket doors are always a favorite because when they close they take up no space and they slide laterally and hide into the storage slot. Sliding pocket doors. A feature of Mandala Homes is these high-fired ceramic tile roof pieces. Here's a stack of 4 of them that have interlocking tiles with drip lines. At the top, they have a hole drilled for screwing them down so they can't blow off. The interlock seal are waterproof, and here's a stack of them that are ready to be packaged and shipped on a pallet.